Hey everybody, how are you? It's Dr. V. I'm back with another reading for you. This reading is going to be a little bit different, or a lot different actually. This is going to be the sexual energies between you and your divine counterpart. I'm using a couple of newer decks that I haven't used a lot before. So I may have to look at the book on these to make sure I'm getting the additional interpretations. But I'm going to start off with the decks I'm using are the Tarot of Sexual Magic and the Dark Tarot by Royo. And yeah, that's what we're going to do today. I know that I've been feeling a lot of that very intense sexual energy. I know that some of the people that have commented have been feeling it as well. And so I definitely wanted to take a peek and see what the heck is going on with that. So Spirit, use me as a clear channel for communication. May the messages that come through be in the highest good of all those concerned. I draw a sacred circle around this space, setting my ego to the outside. I call upon my guides, archangels, divine wisdom, higher love, my counsel, and ancestors to be with me during this time. If you're interested in booking a reading with me, please find that information in the description box or by clicking the schedule link in the cover photo of my channel. So once again, thank you all for all your love, support, comments, kindness, all of your energy exchange, donations, and so on and so forth. So let's jump in. So first of all, we're going to look at what you, the watcher, are pulling in. What are you attracting? What are you drawing to you right now? Because it feels like there's a lot of magnetism. So what is it that you're drawing? What is it that you're attracting to yourself right now through your sexual energy? So what energy are you pulling in with? We have the Two of Swords in reverse. Very interesting. What are you currently attracting to you? Two of Chalices in reverse. That would be a Two of Cups. What are you needing to leave behind in order to bring something new in? That's the Three of Pentacles. What is your deepest, darkest desire? Ooh, the Knight of Wands in reverse. And what is coming up for you right now? I want to make sure everything is visible here. We've got the King of Wands. See, I told you all of that passion. Wands are about passionate cards. You know, wands are about creativity, sexual power, so on and so forth. So the first card that you pulled for the person watching is the Two of Swords. The Two of Swords, as you know, in the upright in the traditional tarot, is mental conflict. It's like not knowing what to do, kind of being opposition. So this card is saying in reverse, it's like what's happening is that you are pulling in and you're magnetizing by invitation. So this card is a card of invitation. Let me show you in the upright. If you see, it's like this guy is like putting a flower and, you know, her legs are open. It's like this kind of very seductive energy. So what this is saying is that you really have the power right now to really magnetize anything you want towards you. It's like sending an invitation. It's like putting an invitation out to the universe, out to your counterpart, out to potential soulmates, potential liaisons. You know, that's the energy. But because it's in the reverse, it's saying is that you're not exercising that invitation as much as you could. What I'm getting literally is that you can basically be like a beacon. You can use your sexual energy as a beacon to pull in what you want to pull into you. Now, if you're not doing that, it's not because you don't have the ability, it's just because you're not exercising that. I'm really getting this energy of just literally you being able to just put out the invitation. Like, I feel like if you were to put out to the universe, I want to magnetize and invite a lover, a soul connection, my divine lover into my existence, into my awareness, that you would really be able to magnetize that. I feel like you can do that with finances, prosperity. If you want to live somewhere else, if you want whatever the hell you want to do right now, you have that ability. This is not just about sex. It's about, sex is part of it, but sexual expression is also about being able to bring in the magic that we want. You know, you can use sex magic, the power of orgasm, as a tool to magnetize what it is that you want. So the next card is what you are currently attracting, which is interesting, right? It's, look at this, the Two of Cups, but it's in reverse. If you look at this, it's like they're, you know, they're engaging in, he has his pants on, so they're not having sex, but they're like pretty damn close. But this is what you're bringing in is definitely this, the Two of Cups, which is, as you probably know, it's spiritual union card. It's a card of definite coming together. No pun intended. Sorry, I have the sense of humor of like a 12-year-old boy. So this is about being involved, okay? This is about, this card is all about tenderness, attraction, affection, collaboration. It's like you can actually seduce by leaving yourself open to being seductive. That's what the card says. But because again, it's in reverse, it's not, you're not exercising that. You're not entering that seductive energy. And seduction really is an energy. It really is a space of being energetic. It's like you can physically direct your energies to where you want them to go. For women, when I talk about this seduction, women or feminines, it's, you know, our energy, if we can operate from our hip, our womb energy, it will really shift how we are in the world. For men or masculines, it's similar. You can actually go into that womb, not womb, but your genital area, and really create some sexual desire from that space. But it's literally being conscious about how you direct your energies. One of the things for feminines is that if you focus your energy into that womb space, in that you know, genital area, even just walking, if you were literally to just consciously go for a walk and move and direct your energy to come from that womb space. I've done this, and I've challenged other feminines to do this before. It literally shifts the way that you feel in the world. It's like you feel sexy, you feel seductive, you feel more powerful, and it serves as a magnet. I'm not kidding you. I challenged my friend to do that. She lives in Northern California, and she went to the farmer's market and she walked around with and did that, consciously directing her energy, like moving from her hips instead of from like her head space or her shoulders, how a lot of people do. And she called me afterwards and she was like, holy shit, I had like 10 guys hit on me. And I was like, yeah, because that shit's powerful. So do that. This is saying that you're not operating from that space. So for feminines that are watching, literally sit and consciously direct your energy to your womb space. Masculines, direct your energy to your heart space and to your leadership, powerful, you know, emperor kind of space. And just consciously live, move, be from that space, because you have the ability to magnetize what it is that you want, and that's what you are. And you're actually in the space that you can attract. This card is what you are currently attracting. By doing that, you can actually attract in the tenderness, affection, the union energy that you want, if you can operate from that space. This is not at all about attracting in like wham bam thank you ma'am kind of energy. None of that. This is literally about attracting in and bringing in this magnetic partnership, union, tender, loving union energy. Now, what do you need to leave behind in order to bring in something new? This card is the Three of Pentacles. It's in reverse, okay? So what it is that you're being asked to leave behind is interesting. I had to look at the book to see what this message was. This is interesting. It's saying in order to, what you have to leave behind is your need to be in control. This is a card of surrender. In this deck, this card is about surrender. It's about giving in. It's about not trying to be in the space of control and to withhold. This is a card about giving and receiving. You have to be able to give and as well as receive. You have to open yourself up to being a giver as well as a receiver. So a lot of people are much more comfortable being in that receptive energy. A lot of people are much more comfortable being in a giver energy. What this is saying is that you have to come into a space of balance. If you are a person who tends to be more in the receptive energy, where it's cool, like you're comfortable receiving, you have to open yourself up to be able to give. You have to open yourself up to receive if you're a giver. So, but this is literally saying like openness. You've got to surrender control. Right now, it feels like for a lot of people, you're in this space of really trying to manage your energies, manage yourself, manage your life, what's going on around you, which is, I get that, right? You know, we can't just like live by the seat of our pants. But if you're in this overly rigid, controlling energy, it's not helping anybody. You're actually blocking your own manifestations from coming to pass. Okay, so this is, it's funny because with all these cards being in reverse, what I'm getting is that there's a lot of blocked energy. And if people, and I'm hoping what this reading will do is will help to release those blocks. It will help you open up so you can create what it is that you desire. This is, what is your deepest, darkest desire? And it's the Knight of Wands. In this case, it's in reverse. The Knight of Wands is dynamic forward movement. Wands, again, are passion, sexuality, creativity. And this is the Knight of Wands. It's like, this says, I'm going to read it to you. It says, the bond that prevents others from escaping us is made not of fear, but of joy, not of chains, but of freedom, not of past promises, but of future plans. This is embracing. This is in reverse, okay? So it's like this again is suggesting that this is a block, but your deepest, darkest desire is that embrace. It's that bond. It's that inescapable bond that you come together with somebody else. This is your, in the deepest, darkest desire space. This is what you really, truly want. This is the thing that you're not maybe even aware of, or you're not comfortable saying, or that you've kind of been blocking your own awareness. What you want is that bond. You want that passion that kind of makes you forget yourself, that you get so lost in the moment that you're carried away, that somebody is so bonded to you, because not out of fear, but because they freaking love you so much they can't not be with you, that they want to be with you all the time, that this is like, that it's a joyful connection, that it's literally based in freedom. And union, guys, is freedom. People think that union, you know, people have a lot of illusions about what union is, but union literally is about freedom. It's literally about being free to choose and free to do what you want. But it's also that like freedom based, when you're committed to someone out of a space of freedom, where you're committed to them, not because you feel bound to them, but because you choose to be. That's what you want. You want that kind of passionate, committed energy, okay? And it's like, what is coming up for you, especially with this new moon, this full moon? The King of Wands, guys, it's progress. Look, we go from the Knight to the King. The King of Wands is that close embrace. If you look at that, they're like naked, you know, holding each other really tightly. And this is about commitment. What you're bringing into you, what's coming to you is commitment. This is like, it's a conquering kind of energy, but it's not like conquering in the sense of domination. It's that willful surrender. It's that willingly letting go and being embraced in the situation. It's a mutual mutual giving in, a mutual surrender. It's both parties giving into the magic, the power, the beauty, without feeling like they need to exercise that control. So this is a really beautiful energy. This is what you're magnetizing right now, is this working, like as you shift these energies and move into that space of openness and seduction and really allowing yourself to be expressed in that way, you're actually magnetizing this level of commitment. I'm not saying, again, I always want to give the caveat, I'm not saying that your divine counterpart is going to show up and be like, I'm ready to be committed, I'm ready to do this, but what it is showing is that you are going into a deeper level of commitment to your own happiness, commitment to whatever that means for you. But understanding that you're opening to that you're opening to this mutual surrender, where it's not based on, I'll only give if you give. I'll only, you know, it's that's not divine energy. We're not looking for, I'm not saying that you want to be codependent either, but what I am saying is that this understanding that it's freedom, that you give freely without expectation, that you love freely without expectation, that you don't have all these like conditions attached to the connection. But it's literally, I'm giving to you because I love you, and that's what I do, not because I expect anything from you, not because I need anything from you, but because that's what I want to do. Okay, so let me move these aside, and I want to look at how your counterpart is viewing you right now. So how is your counterpart, what is it that they just absolutely just love about you? The Four of Wands. I was just going to say, like, it's like that song, I like the way you work it, no diggity. They definitely like that. What is the next thing? How do they view you as right now, availability wise? And look at that. The Lovers in reverse. How they view you expressing yourself. Wow. Nine of Cups. Holy cow. The one thing that they really, really, really love about you. What they find so unique about you. The Moon. And how they view this the romantic potential of this connection. Beautiful. Holy cow. So what is it that they love about you? What is it that they're like, the love thing that they absolutely adore about you? The Four of Wands. I mean, so basically, like, if y'all haven't had sex in this life, in this 3D existence, they're definitely thinking about it. If you have, they definitely love that. They love, love, love that. They also love the fact that you're playful. Okay, if you look at this energy, it's like they're out in the middle of the woods and they're like, you know, doing the deed out in the middle of the woods. It's like they love the fact that you bring this energy of play, enjoyment, that you're not like you tend not to, maybe you don't take it, I wouldn't say that you don't take it seriously, but that it's an adventure. It feels like for a lot of them, they may have felt like sexual expression in the past was like a duty, or they had a partner that was like, you know, when they would not have sexual contact regularly, or when they did, it felt like duty and obligation. Whereas with you, you were like more like, hey, yeah, let's, you know, we'll do it in the woods on a swing because I just love it. It's playful and it's fun. They love that about you. They love your free-spirited nature, that you don't feel bound by all the convention, that you don't feel as like rigid and stuck as a lot of people, as maybe what they've felt in the past. So what the availability, okay, so what they feel about this when they think about you, like, are you available? Are you emotionally available? Like, what's going on? The Lovers card in reverse. Okay, so this is definitely about part of what is they feel is blocking the availability of this connection is some third party situation, that there's like there is some sort of third party energy. It could be a lover. It doesn't necessarily mean a lover. A third party can be like divided energy because they have a job that's really demanding. It could be children. It could be an overbearing parent. It doesn't necessarily mean that it's something, you know, a lover. However, in the context of this situation, because we're talking about sexual energy, I do feel like they feel like there is some kind of barrier, some kind of third party energy that is preventing this from being available to them. So they could be in a situation, you could be in a situation, but there's definitely feeling like they love this energy. They think about it. It's like they find you very magnetic in that. They just don't feel like it's available to them right now because of what's going on in their life, in their life or your life, whatever it is. You'll know it'll resonate for you if that makes sense, but they're definitely feeling like they love it, but it's just not available to them right now. And so how they view you as expressing yourself, when they think of you and how you express yourself, what they think of is the Nine of Cups. This is, in the traditional tarot, this is a wish fulfillment card. Okay, this is a card that is somebody that feels like when somebody pulls the Nine of Cups, they feel like it's all of their wishes have come true. It's like they feel like you're everything that they always wanted. They feel like that sense of they never knew a person like you actually existed in the real world. That's kind of the energy that comes with the Nine of Cups. And in this deck, this is about euphoria. They literally feel euphoric in your presence. They feel like love is triumphant. They feel like it's almost overwhelming to them. It's like they feel like there's nothing that compares to it like that. Was it Sinead O'Connor? Actually, I think it was a remix of a Prince song. Nothing compares to you. That's what they feel. When they think about you and how you express yourself, it's like they feel like your expression in the world, there's nothing that compares to you. There is nobody that compares to you. They feel like overwhelmed and just ecstatic when they're in your presence. They feel when they think of you and how you express yourself and how you show up in the world, they just feel this sense of like, this person is literally everything I've always wanted. They just feel absolutely amazing about your how you show up in the world. It's really beautiful. And then this position, it's the one thing that they really, really love about you. This is like, if they had to name one thing, what is it that I absolutely love about this person? So the Hierophant in this deck is, in the middle of a interesting situation. But this is about what they really, really love about you, and because it's in reverse, I'm going to look at it in the opposite, is that you come with this energy of you're very spiritual, but you're not like religious, okay? So they feel very free. They feel like your energy is free. Like you have, if this reading is resonating for you, this will resonate as well, that you're a very ethical, moral person. You have high standards. You are you have really, really, like, you're very clear about who you are. You're very principled is what is coming through. But it's not because of rules that you do it. It's not because you're not one of those people that's like, well, if there weren't laws telling me that I shouldn't do this, I would do it. You're not one of those people who is constrained only by external rules. It's not like your goodness, who you are, your core, your ethics, your principles, all of that is not based on external constructs. It's not on religion. It's not on legality. It's not on what other people say it's right or wrong. It's you. Your moral compass is so strong internally that your decisions, who you are, how you live is based literally on your own set of standards and rules, but you have a really high standard. You're very spiritual. You're very conscious. You're very guided. But you're not, it's not because of anything other than you. And they love that about you. It might piss them off, it might piss them off sometimes if you're mirroring them to them, they're things that they don't like seeing about themselves. But they love the fact that you're so damn principled and that you have such strong honor and integrity. They love that about you. They may not tell you that, but that's something that they absolutely freaking love about you. It's like they think that you're just, honestly, the energy that's coming through right now is like they just think that you are like the bee's knees. They just think you are amazing. Freaking amazing. So what they find so unique about you, the moon. These cards are interesting. The art is amazing. I just love it. These two women are like, have these guys like on their breasts and they're like toasting their champagne. I mean, I'm kind of wondering what the story around that is, but whatevs. So what the thing that they find super unique about you, this is the moon in reverse. What I'm taking from that is that they feel like literally like you kind of like you're mysterious. They find you this like that you're mysterious, but you're not mysterious in the, like a problem to be solved. You're not like they don't find you mysterious in like you're weird or anything like that. They just find like that you're deep and you have all these layers, and it's like they peel back a layer and there's 10 more layers, and they find like this, like you have this bottomless depth that they could just continue exploring. They feel almost like, like I'm listening to the 50 Shades of Grey soundtrack, the first one, it's on the background right now, and one of the songs that just played was I Put a Spell on You by Annie Lennox, and it's like they almost feel like they're under your spell, okay? But instead, and even though this is in reverse, and often a moon card comes up in reverse, I'm getting that they don't feel like you've been deceptive. They don't feel like you've been in any way, shape, or form that you've been deceptive. They feel like there may be things that they don't know about you, that you're mysterious, that you're like the ocean, that, you know, people are like, they don't have any concept about what goes on in the depths of the ocean because it's so mysterious down there. They have no idea. So they feel like that. They feel like they've not been able to explore all of your depths. They feel like there's so much more to learn about you, that you're just this deep mystery that they want to explore even further. I don't get deception, but I want to pull a clarifier on that. So look at that. This is the Knight of Wands in the Royal Tarot. So it's definitely confirming. Where did we get that? We got a Knight of Wands. Oh, it was in the earlier spread. So there's definitely this energy of where they feel this card in the upright. Oh wait, I'm sorry, that's a king. That's not a knight. My bad. So we got the King of Wands again. They feel like you have a very strong moral compass. So again, that just confirms this. They may have a guilty conscience. They may have done some things that they shouldn't have, and they feel like maybe they may have projected some of that on you. So it could be that these are in reverse because they may be projecting some of that on you, that they're like, well, maybe they might feel like perhaps you weren't honest, or perhaps they have these ideas about that. But it's not really true. And deep down inside, they know that that's not true. They know that you're very principled and very clear in that energy. They maybe just be projecting their own stuff onto you because they realize that maybe they behaved in ways that they shouldn't have, and they're trying to understand that. But the romantic potential for this is a new beginning. Y'all, they're thinking about a new beginning. They're thinking about coming back. They're thinking about what it was like to be with you. They're thinking about what it was like to be with you in the past. All of these energies are popping up right now. Literally, they're in this energy of this new beginning. The Fool card. It's like they're on this space of just surrendering to love. This is literally, they're in this space of thinking about whether they are capable. There's definitely some fear around that, around whether they feel like they can surrender to it, but they are certainly thinking about surrendering to love, thinking about this new beginning. They're thinking about all, if you look at all of this energy together, they're looking at, they're kind of facing things. So if they're in a third party situation or something has kept them from you, a third party energy, job, person, whatever, that they're kind of thinking about how that has made them unavailable. It's made you unavailable. It's like you're just out of reach because of this situation. But they want their wishes fulfillment. They want to come back to that feeling of euphoria, of ecstasy, of bliss, of Four of Wands is passion. That's what they want. They want this energy. And they're literally sitting here thinking, right now, they're thinking about coming back and having this new start. It's like they want to be free of the uncertainty that they felt. They want to surrender to this love. There was another card that was about surrender, and I don't remember which one it was. I think it came up earlier. But this is literally about surrendering and kind of willingly, the both of you coming together in this space of willful, honest surrender. That is what they're thinking about. They are thinking about what it would be like to be in that space with you. That's what they think about. That's what they're really, really wanting to explore and to expand in that energy with you. So I want to pull a couple of cards just for the fun of it. The Spirit, what is ahead for this connection? Seven of Cups in reverse. The Four of, Swords in reverse. And the Knight of Swords in reverse. Very interesting. A lot of reverse cards showing up here. So the Seven of Cups in reverse is that in the upright, it's memories of love. It's like looking back on love. It's like having this scent. So what I'm getting is that there's this energy that that both people are going to really be looking back on the connection, the love, the sexual energy, the beauty, the bliss of the connection, and wanting to bring that forward into this existence, into this connection, into fruition. That's really, it's like getting out of the space of just sitting there thinking about it instead of just pondering and thinking about it, like, what is it that I really want? What is it that I, that energy, like just sitting here, like reminiscing, it's literally going into a space of, okay, cool, we've been reminiscing, I've been thinking about this long enough, now it's time to do something. There needs to be some action taken. There needs to be some forward motion. It's not going to be enough to just sit with the memories anymore, is what I'm getting. And then we have the Four of Swords. So when the Four of Swords comes up, it's about, you guys are going to kind of laugh, but this is funny, but this card in the upright is literally, the book says it's about masturbation, and says excitement allows you to overcome a lack of affection. However, if this should continue, you will have to seek forgiveness and not punish yourself excessively. It's in the reverse, so it's saying, like, again, like that self-pleasure is fine, but people are going to be moving into an energy of like, it's just not enough. It's just not enough where I want to just continue in that self-pleasure alone. I'm gonna have to like make some decisions and get out of this energy of just feeling like I just, I'm alone with my memories and thoughts and just self-pleasuring, thinking about it. It's this lack of physical affection is wearing thin. This lack of being together. It's, again, and I've said this before, it's that energy of like, if you've ever had like the most amazing champagne, if you've ever been in a situation where you've had, Dom Perignon champagne, you're like, wow, this shit is delicious. It's amazing and doesn't give you a headache. It's just really delicious. And then you go to like a place where they have like the $5.99 bottle of champagne for mimosas, and you're like, it's all right, it's not great, and it gives you a headache. It's like this energy of understanding that like you've had the best. They've had the best with you. They know it's freaking, like, what it's like. And so you want to come back to that. You want to have that energy again. It's not enough to just think about it. It's not enough to just, reminisce about it and get yourself off thinking about the past. You kind of want that experience to come back to you. And then you have the Knight of Swords energy. A lot of swords here. So this card in the upright is about taming, okay? And so in the reverse, I read this as surrender. Again, it's around that mutual surrender. It's about the hunt being over. It's like ending the chase, the runner or the chasing, all of that stuff kind of coming to an end, where it's like, sure, the hunt can be fun. The pursuit can be exciting, but at a certain point, it's like you kind of get tired of it. You're like, okay, I've been hunting for like 11 billion years. I'm freaking tired. Like, I want this to be over. I want to take my spoils of my hunt and go home and, build a fire and kind of settle down and have some comfort in that, have something to eat. And I feel like that's the energy. It's like the hunt has been fun, the pursuit has been what it is, but there's definitely this energy of really wanting for that to be over and to be able to just kind of say like, okay, the search is over, that energy has passed, and I'm ready to just come into this space of coming back together and feeling that energy again. So I hope that this reading was useful and it helps you understand some of why you've been feeling such intense energies and what's going on. As always, I give the caveat around, I don't want people to take this as, take the messages as they resonate, but energies are energies and energies can shift. And so it could be that something shifts. It could be that this is what happens. You may really feel your counterpart coming to you with this sexual energy. In the 5D, you could be really, really feeling that. I know, like I said earlier, I've been feeling it. I've been feeling a lot. I'm getting a lot of telepathic communication, a lot of messages, a lot of things like that. So you could be feeling that right now. And so take that and enjoy it. Enjoy that experience, Don't necessarily feel like it has to manifest into something physically right now. It may not be time for depending on where you are in your connection, but really be in that space of being open to it and allowing it to continue to take shape and take form in whatever way it needs to take shape and take form. Either way, this is an amazing connection. It's beautiful. It's wonderful. So just enjoy the shit out of it. Okay, guys? So I hope that this reading helped. Please feel free to reach out to me if you need a private reading, and I will talk with you all soon. Take care. Bye-bye.